I'm gonna do Catfish season 2, episode 1. I usually don't do Catfish episodes, but I said I'd do it this season since a lot of people ask me, do I watch it? So it's about a girl. Well, if you don't know what Catfish is, it's about Catfish is when you meet somebody online and they're not who they say they are once you guys meet. So that's being catfish, if anybody didn't know. But if you're watching this, you know what Catfish is. So, show on MTV. Here we go. It was started off with it's a girl named Cassie. She been dating a guy named Steve for 2 years online. Where they do that at? I don't know. But yeah, she I guess she lives in Florida. Steve's supposed to live in Atlanta. So he's supposed to be a rapper, and they've been corresponding back and forth for 2 years. She proposed to Steve. Steve said yeah, so now they're engaged. So she sent Steve a letter saying that she wants to finally meet her fiance. My thing is with Catfish is I'm not gonna be talking to nobody for fucking 2 years and not know who they are, not exchange pictures, not see them on, fuck that. There's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. People post pictures every fucking day. So there's no reason that people should be in Catfish, but they are. So I can't be going with nobody for 2 years. I ain't no. Unless we both virgins, there's no reason for us to not be never seeing each other. But anyway, so apparently Steve said yes, so now she wants to meet Steve. So Neve come down, Neve and Max. Max works with Neve, the guy that does all the Catfish shows. So they come down and they meet her, and she's explaining like when they start asking her about the pictures, I think Steve only had a couple of pictures up on his Facebook or whatever, so that was red flag number 1. Well, number 1 to her. Every time she wants to talk to him, or most of the time that she wants to talk to him, he's always in the studio, which a lot of producers and rappers are in the studio a lot of times, so I could have understood that part. But she said they have phone sex all the time. Well, once again, I'm not going to be getting myself all hot and bothered and wet, and I can't fuck with you. Sorry. Not for 2 years. Now, maybe like a week or so. Yeah, but we both grown. Not going to happen. Not when they have the Mega Bus, Greyhound Bus, Southwest, whatever West, Delta, whatever. The cheap airlines and cheap bus people, so we could have been able to saw each other. I'm just saying, because Miami and Florida, they both on the same goddamn side. So, just take your ass up, down, go see them. But yeah, that just bothers me. I'm sorry if I keep going back to that, but that just bothers me to know people are doing this stupid ass shit and y'all over the age of 16. I'm just saying, that's just some stupid shit to me. But anyway, so they're talking, they're getting all this information about Steve, so they can go in Google, which she could have did, or whatever, find out the information. So they go back, they find out, they listen to some music, the music don't add up to what Steve or S-Killer or whatever, that didn't match up. So then they did an image search and they found out that they found the Steve that they were showing real pictures. And he has pictures of, like I said, him and his friends, family, model pictures, all this kind of stuff. So that was when they found out Steve wasn't who she was supposed to be talking to. So they say they want to do some more digging. They go talk to her, and they go talk to her and her friend Gladys at a nail shop. So after they get their feet done or whatever, they go sit down and they talk, and he's telling her what he found, and she says how she feels so stupid, and they asking her friend Gladys how she feel, and we get the backstory. When they first went to go see her, we got the backstory of her, and she was explaining how her father went to Haiti in 2010 and to visit, and while he was there, the people came to come kidnap her family member or something, and they do that for ransom, and the father tried to intervene and they killed him. So after he got killed, she went on a downward spiral, drinking, drugs, partying, all this kind of stuff. So she said Steve brought her out of all of that. So I was like, okay, that's cool, you know. Somebody helped her through it, because, you know, sometimes your family can't help you through situations and somebody else's can. So that was cool. So then, you know, when they asked her friend about this situation, her friend was like, you know, it was cool. I was glad that Steve was there to help her, because she wouldn't listen to us. She wouldn't listen to me, her mom. We had interventions, all this kind of stuff. So then she just was like, I was shocked when she said she was going to, she was engaged or whatever. So, yeah, everybody was tripping off of that. So then, you know, they tell her what they found about him, and she was upset, and she was telling them to dig a little bit more. So they go back and they dig a little bit more about this dude, and she tells them that he sent her another song. So they were like, send us the link so we can figure this out. So when they get the email, they figure out, they see the username, I think it was, and it was by somebody else. So they Googled that person, and comes to find out it was this white guy, skater boy, or whatever. So they go back and they take this information to Cassie. Cassie see the dude, and she like, wait a minute, hold on, that's Gladys' cousin. Gladys is her best friend. So I was like, oh, that is fucked up. That is like some real trifling shit. So they go, she was like, I need some more information. I can't believe they did me like this. So she was trying to figure out, was Gladys a part of this? They was like, I don't know. So they go to Gladys' house. As soon as they opened the door, it seemed like Gladys was like, fuck, I'm caught. Her whole facial expressions was like, fuck it, I'm caught. So she asked, was her cousin Tony there? And she was like, you think Tony is Steve? And she was like, yes, he here. And she was just like, I'm Steve. Bitch, what did you say? Girl, Steve. Cassie didn't even say all that. I was saying all that. But Cassie just walked off. Cassie dropped her purse. She went in the car. She screamed. She called her mama, whatever. You did that way better than I would, because I would have dragged that bitch off her porch. You're supposed to be my best friend since pre-K, and you would do some shit like this? Like, fuck that. I would have beat the shit out of her. Like, I don't even condone fighting. I don't condone fighting with friends, because I feel like friends should be able to talk some shit out. But that moment, I would have drugged the shit out of her off that porch. I'm just saying, like, that was some foul shit. And whoever thought that shit was funny or cute or whatever, y'all just as stupid as fuck. But that was some foul ass shit for her best friend to do her like that. She was talking about how she's so sorry, and so now we know Gladys and Tony was in cahoots with doing this girl like that. Fucking wrong. So they said they did it because she was going down the wrong spiral, and they were just trying to help her out the situation. Tony, I think once they talked to him, I think that he really liked her. Like, at first it was a joke trying to get her up out of this, but then he started liking her as he was talking to her. But she wasn't trying to hear that shit. So she left out, they left, whatever. And then they come back. They end up coming back to talk to Gladys the next day. And she was talking about how she was so sorry and da-da-da-da. Cassie was hurt, and I really thought that was a really fucked up situation. But they end up coming back to talk or whatever, and I guess they worked out their differences. They're not as close as they were, but they back cool. Couldn't have been me. I would have cut that bitch off completely. Anybody that would do this to you, and I understand she was in a really bad place, but anybody that would do this to you for 2 fucking years and accept a proposal, like, bitch, for real, then you still, after they had the meeting with Neve and Max, she still sent her some music. You still was gonna keep this going. You see your best friends in a good place now. Why would keep this bullshit going? Like, I was wishing they was to show that dude, because, you know, usually they show the person that they use in picture at the end of the thing, and they didn't show that. But I was just like, what? But anyway, that was my review for Catfish, season 2, episode 1. I'm going to keep on doing this because I think this show is a really, really good show. It comes on MTV. It's really good. It comes on at 10 o'clock on the West Coast, so I'm quite sure it's like 9 o'clock Central, whatever. So, yeah, tune in on Tuesdays to see Catfish. It's really good. Comment below and tell me what you guys thought about what happened with this. Would you have forgave your best friend? Do you think her best friend was justified in what she did, trying to pull her out of her rut she was in, or what? But, you know, we can have a conversation. We can agree to disagree because I don't agree with that bullshit. I don't give a fuck what you was trying to pull me out of. That wasn't the way to pull me out of some shit. Because I'm like, what if this would have damaged this girl after this? You guys embarrassed her on national TV. What made y'all think once she found out she wasn't going to go back to the same person she was in? I'm just saying. So, yeah, make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Keek, Instagram. I go by The Ghetto View on everything that I do. THA, not THE. Instagram is Miss Nika, MIZZNEKA69. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Alright, peace.